My name is Shanita Akintonde, and I am going to tell you the story of my name in 3 acts. I was raised on the south side of Chicago on a housed block that had manicured homes that sat on top of manicured lawns that were run by women with manicured nails, like my very own mother, Mary Catherine. Mary Catherine was beautiful. She was the color of charcoal. You know, the kind you pour into the grill after you've lifted that grid. You poured in the lighter fluid and you struck a match and watched the flames ablaze. Well, that was Mary Catherine because she too was ablaze, because she was also fine. So much so that if the numbers 1 through 10 lined up in numerical order in front of her, the number 8 would step all the way back in deference. She was married to Danny Wayne. That's my daddy. He was tall like the sky. If he reached up, his arms would touch the sun. He was the color of Ritz crackers. So when Daddy leaned back in that tan-colored recliner in our living room, it was often hard to see where he ended and the chair began. The two of them got married in the late 1960s. I'll talk about that in Act 1. Between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, Motown and Martha and the Vandellas, like a heat wave. Danny Wayne and Mary Catherine got married July 19th, 1969. Shortly thereafter, the men from Vietnam came knocking on the door. Hey, Mr. Danny Wayne, you need to go serve to the Vietnam War. Well, Mr. Military folk, I will go to the military war that you are asking me to take part in if only my wife comes with me. Well, Daddy probably didn't sound like that, but Mommy and he hitched a ride or hitched a flight over to not Vietnam, but Germany, Stuttgart, Germany, to be the full factually correct. And 2 years later, 1971, their firstborn was born. Shanita has arrived. Act 2. Mom, I want to try out for the pom-pom squad. I want to be like you were in high school. You were a cheerleader, I know, but the pom-pom squad is close and I can dance real good, Mom. I can really get down. But they want us to do a split, a full split, Mom, a full split at the end, and I don't know if I can do that. Shanita, what have I told you? Your name is Shanita, not Shanita. There are no D's in your name because D stands for deficit or delinquency. T stands for transformation, transcension. Do what you need to do, my child. Go forth. So I did. I practiced. I kick, I split, I kick. And on the day of the tryouts, I go into the room, I do my dance routine, I make it, and at the very end, I do a full split of my pants. But at the end of the day, I still run out. I've done my best. And I look at the board and I see names and names. And I'm looking for my name. Shanita is your name there. And when I get to the end of the list, I don't see Shanita. I see Shanita. Because Shanita has arrived. Act 3. Mom has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. There's nothing we can do, despite me being a professor, a wife myself, a mother myself, a podcast host, a professional speaker, a member of NSA even, nothing I can do. My mom looks at me, Shanita, pass me my cigarettes and my glass of wine. But Mom, you can't. Shanita, pass me my cigarettes and my glass of wine. But Mom, you can't. Shanita, I do as I'm told. Mom takes the glass of wine, holds it to her lips, and can barely swallow. She strikes the match and puts the cigarette up to her mouth, but is unable to inhale. And poof, like that puff of smoke, Mom is gone. Have you ever been seen but not seen? Have you ever been heard but not listened to? Has your name ever been mispronounced? Have you ever been marginalized, misunderstood, misbelieved, or mistaken? Well, I'm going to give you the gift of Tada, the gift of Tada that was given to me, not just because it was a name or a moniker, but it's a mantra, a movement. It's a legacy of love that was passed down to me from Mary Catherine, and now I give it to you so that we can embrace our very own Tadas. In face of our vulnerabilities and challenges, let's do Tada together. I call it Tada.